Maybe that this is Bro D from 95.7 The Vibe in Kansas City, which, by the way, is the home of the American League champions and soon-to-be world champions, Kansas City Royals. And you're listening to my dudes, the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.
Well, unfortunately, that didn't happen, but...
Yeah, I mean, it should have happened. All right, call the show, 847-866-WNUR. It's 847-866-9687. And our show has been a little bit out there. Portions of the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show may be inappropriate for younger and more sensitive listeners. We believe this to be artistically,
somehow,
and culturally significant. We will be here for another 16 minutes. All right.
You're very good at math.
Wow.
Well, I
That's
looked
it?
at it. It's also 4 in the morning, so kiss my ass.
True.
All right, I'm just kidding.
Seeing traces of sex trafficking on Tinder is a reminder this crime is happening everywhere.
Yeah, I love how people just think Tinder's safe. I mean, I used it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
It's also very frustrating.
Hoppy?
What?
I just got catfished by another bot.
Tinder users are never certain of what they'll see before swiping right, but they likely don't expect to find the face of a sex trafficking victim. A new campaign created by advertising agency 8020 is bringing startling images to the dating app in Ireland to raise awareness on the issue. The project, launched on behalf of the Council of Ireland, shows photos of models standing in for trafficking victims as if they were real profiles of potential matches on Twitter. I mean on Tinder, not Twitter. Users who browse through the photos, which become increasingly disturbing with each swipe right, end on a message from the campaign about the issue.
Here's the weird thing. I love the girls who are not good looking or they're fat and they're around the hot girls, but then they have multiple pics, so when you scroll right, you see their fat picture. It's like you might as well be real with yourself and just have the picture up of you, because we're going to find out in a split second that you're not the hot pieces of ass that you're surrounded by. Part 2. I love the girls who have these long Tumblr quotes as the About Me section. Like, you're obviously not creative. You're obviously not fun to be around if you're on Tumblr all day looking for quotes to talk about. Also,
those are the people that just don't have anything in the About Me. Or they just say, message me. Well, we can't message you unless you like us back.
Yeah, for real, though.
Or they'll go, check me out on Twitter or Instagram. Like, they're just on there to become, Instagram famous people.
Right.
Part 4. Love when you get a hot match and they look and they see that you're not the match they liked. And when you go to message them and you're like, what's up? They block you.
I hate
because they thought, well, I bet that happens to you all the time, K-Wall. Part
More than
5.
all of the three of us in here combined.
I also love when you're getting a great conversation going on with a girl, and then all of a sudden she just quits responding. You message her again 3 days later, and she doesn't respond. It's like, I thought the conversation was going well. And then all of a sudden you just don't respond. Were you just bored and laying in bed and I was your best friend to talk to? I'm trying to bang you out, honey. Risky, what's your annoyance with Tinder? What happened to you specifically recently?
Okay. Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, well, this actually wasn't on Tinder, was the funny thing. It was somewhere else. So,
was Hot or Not?
There's another one for your app, right?
Kick? K-I-K or whatever.
No. I forget what it was. So I met this girl, and then I was talking to her for a little bit, and I'm like, oh, what school do you go to? And then she said the name of the college, and it turned out I lived about 15 minutes away from that college. And then I told her that. I'm like, oh, hey, I live 15 minutes away from there. And then she thought I was a stalker and blocked me. I was just like, are you kidding me?
All because you live close to the school.
Yeah, I thought I was stalking her.
So if you were from Kentucky, it would be okay, because it would take you a while to travel up north to visit the school.
I think it's pathetic that she blocked you, but at the same time, I think the wording you could have used, you could have been like, wow, I kind of know where that is, and I live nearby.
Well, I didn't say how far away. I just said, oh, hey, I live in the same city.
That's not that bad, and I don't know what that's about.
No, it's not bad at all. It's just, she's a bitch. That's all you got to say.
Dirty, rotten whore.
Yeah, I mean, I got over it. Sloop. I mean, obviously, all 4 of us are having the exact same luck with females right now, which is absolutely down in the dumpster.
Well, I have a slightly better chance.
Of course you do, because you're so good looking and you get.
Because K-Wall is king, right?
K-Wall's king.
King K-Wall.
Because basically, who needs to get love advice from the show Love Line or your best friend who gets laid a lot? if you want to get love advice and you want to get your rocks off tonight and you want to get your dry spell over with and everything going on, call the show 847-866-WNUR. K-Wolf's here for you.
That's right.
I'll be the one answering the phone.
Roughly 2.4 million people come across the globe are victims of human trafficking at any time. That's awful, according to the United Nations. And the issue disproportionately affects females, as 2/3 of all victims are women, which makes sense, I guess. Sex trafficking accounts for 58% of all global trafficking cases, and the crime is more common in the Americas, Europe, and Central Asia. That's a little surprising, too. So here's a quote from a UN Secretary General. Women are lured out of their homes and countries with false promises. They are stripped of their passports, their dignity, and their personal security. To protect people from such exploitation, countries have to coordinate their labor and migration policies.
Where is this happening? So this isn't in the U.S., right?
Well, it says sex trafficking occurs more in the Americas, Europe, and Central Asia than anywhere else. So it does happen in the Americas. Probably very rarely in North America, but it still happens.
I feel like sex trafficking is something that doesn't get enough attention. I feel like it happens a lot. And I'm not even just saying like prostitution. I feel like there's a lot of rings.
Well, and prostitution is like a different thing than sex trafficking, sort of, because the prostitutes want to be there.
What is sex trafficking? I'm a dumbass.
Well, have you ever seen the movie Taken?
No.
Taken, which I'm sure somebody knows about it.
I will find you and I will kill you.
Yeah, they.
And then they said, "Good luck."
Right. It's
good luck.
Well. Let me tell Ryan, who hasn't seen it.
It is the trade in humans, most commonly for the use of sex slavery. All right, I can see that. That's kind of like the girl in Cleveland.
Yes.
I feel like
it
doesn't get enough attention because people who do it are very good.
Well, and people don't think it ever really happens. Everyone thinks it's just in movies and stuff. Just like in the movie Taken, where the guy's daughter gets taken in France and is...
and here's what it is.
Yeah.
There's that girl in Sacramento that got free in 2010. The girl in Cleveland. There's other examples too. The thing is, we just kind of move on from it, and it's hard to prevent because we don't know what house it is. We can't just go in each house saying, "Is there sex trafficking here?"
You can't go into a house without a warrant anyway. So it takes time to find these people, obviously.
And it's hard to find because you don't know what to look at because the guys who are sex trafficking are the ones that are the classiest guys. Yeah. All right, what else did it say?
It is our policy to constantly explore all forms of media to help us reach new people to raise awareness. And this particular project is very much in line with that approach. And then they give a helpline in the U.S. Call 1-800. Call 1-800-799-SAFE, which is 7233 for the National Domestic Violence Hotline. So that could come in handy if somebody has an issue with that.
All right, here's the deal. We're going to come back and wrap everything up after this on the Hoppe and SuperRICH show. Hang on.
The Hoppe and SuperRICH show.
Rap don't work, it's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, they go cooking the rocks. We make it pop, pop. I'm good with the pop. Now what it do, we ready to rock.